Welcome to the Profit by Design podcast. I am Melissa Kay, the lead strategist at Tap the Potential, and joining me is my partner in crime, Dr. Sabrina Starling, the business psychologist, TEDx speaker, and founder of Tap the Potential, and just all around amazing human. Dr. Sabrina, today I just shared one of our clients had this moment in group last week where she felt like I could show up as my authentic self. And I didn't have the same energy as I normally have, but I was able to come in group and be accepted just where I am. And that is so powerful. And today we're going to be talking about designing a business that honors your life vision. And I think the experience that I just shared really sums that up beautifully, Dr. Sabrina.
Absolutely. That's one of the things I love about our Better Business, Better Life program is we've really created that safe space for you as the entrepreneur to be real and to be vulnerable about what it feels like to be you as a business owner and carrying all of those responsibilities. And of course, we're all going to have days where we're off. And what a wonderful feeling. I think about the series Cheers, that place where everybody knows your name. Like people would come in after their hard day at work and they would sit around at the bar and everyone just felt welcomed and comforted. And I think that's what is the experience. And it's so important as we start talking about creating a business that supports your life, because we business owners are the first in the business that need our lives supported. So I love that we can provide that kind of support in our groups.
I love this. It feels so right because we truly do feel like family. Mm-hmm. And as soon as we show up to group, we just instantly realize we're not alone. And there's other business owners who are going through the same things that we are, and we support one another. And, you really didn't start your business to feel stuck or overwhelmed or feel like you're always on. So as business owners, we jump in and we often end up in that survival trap. And it's because we don't know what we don't know. So we don't have the foundational components built in our business that will support your life. So then it just takes it over. But we are all about work supports life, potential. So I'm going to ask a powerful question, and then Dr. Sabrina, I want you to answer it so that our listeners can learn a little bit about your journey. And the question is, what did you originally want when you first started your business?
I wanted to be in control of my time. It's not that I didn't want to work hard. I just wanted to have flexibility around when I did it. Like if I wanted to work at 5 a.m., I wanted to be rewarded for working at 5 a.m. And if I wanted to be off at 2 to spend time with my children, I wanted that flexibility too. And so it was freedom and flexibility. And I also wanted to be rewarded for my hard efforts. And I felt like in a career, in a job, I was capping out. And there was more that I had to contribute in me than I was able to do in the little box that I was in.
I love this. And we hear this all the time. And when you get into your business in the very beginning, most of the time we want that control, that time freedom. And we have an idea of the impact that we want to make and that legacy that we want to leave others, but we don't articulate it. So we don't actually sit down and write out that vision, and it gets lost.
Yeah.
So that vision is so important. And
I want to say another piece about it, how it gets lost. Like very quickly, within a week of owning my business, I realized that me prioritizing my time around being in control of my time wasn't going to make money. And all of a sudden I had a need to make money. And that took over all of the intention I had around being in control of my time. And I think that happens to so many of us business owners.
I want to speak to that for a moment. Many times we don't have the system set up in the business to determine our sweet spot and our ideal clients. So what happens is we just chase the money and we grab it as it comes in. In a lot of instances, the projects that we're taking our clients and customers aren't really profitable. So they end up sucking out more time rather than really helping us move the needle forward. So that's one thing that we do in the Better Business, Better Life program, and that's how it affects your time. You end up getting your time back when you're working with clients that you want to work with and doing the type of delivery that you want to deliver. So that's a key component here that we don't want to miss out on, but it takes you having that vision to be able to articulate it.
There's so much power in the word "and," right?
Mm.
So I want to create my ideal schedule and make money. Like that, those are the two parameters that need to happen. And so I think that is where we start to have that space where we can design this business to support our life, because let's face it, income also supports our life.
Absolutely. And as you're thinking through that vision for your business, you need to be asking yourself questions like, what would you be doing if your business truly supported life? So, what is actually happening in the business? What are the roles? What are people doing in these roles in a way that your life is supported? And can you just give us a plug here? If someone is hearing vision, 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 and they aren't sure what a vision for your business looks like, where can they go to find out?
So I wrote in the 4-week vacation book, I wrote the complete guide to creating your vivid, compelling business and life vision. It has discussion prompts, questions that walks you through creating this vision. So you could just take one question at a time, and write it out. Or you don't even have to write these days. Take one question, talk, and then send it to Chat GPT and see what comes back, because that's a piece of it. It will prompt you. It's not going to do all your thinking. Don't let Chat GPT create your vision, by the way. That's that's not authentic. But it will prompt you in getting your vision more clarified. And that's really the goal.
I want to address the AI tool. So you can use it as a starting point for many things in your business. But when it comes to your vision, you really need those powerful questions like are in your book. But it's better to have a thinking partner to support you through that, because you really need to, Chat GPT is not going to understand the full scope of your business and your life. And there's deeper questions that need to be asked to really write that vision properly. And
so I want to back up, because you have taken a couple of our clients through a process where they started on their own trying to do this and got stuck using the prompts. And then you've worked with them and been able to ask additional follow-up questions that have really pulled them through. So when you did that with them, what was the reaction and what was the result?
I'm going to get emotional here. So I see people crying, business owners saying, "You heard me. You see me. You nailed it. You have articulated everything that I couldn't." I believe that the vision is the basic foundation that you need for your business. So having that vision where everything else builds upon it is priceless. And if I had to guess, there's maybe 1 out of 10 business owners that can write it themselves, and that's probably gracious. So you really need help doing it.
Yes, you do. And I don't know if you guys just picked up on what Melissa shared, but the power of being seen and heard, like someone else acknowledging the depth of the emotion and how connected you are to your vision and what it means to you is like that's incredibly therapeutic for us business owners because we feel like we're taking care of other people all the time and no one is ever checking in with us. Like, how are you doing? And is what you're doing today aligning with your vision? Nobody asks us that, right? But we ask you that at Tap the Potential. Melissa asked that question. And what is so beautiful about when Melissa supports you in creating a vision is then she is your partner in crime in making it happen. She's going to be following up and checking in with you around how are you doing and are your goals aligning and are the actions that you're taking on a regular basis getting you there. And the other piece is when you do this, whether you do it alone with Melissa or if you do it in a group setting where you have your peers in the Better Business, Better Life program with you, when you are off, like you're having an off day, it's very easy to feel like everything is in the tank, like everything is screwed up and everything is totally off. And I'm reflecting, Melissa, on the milestone celebrations. Last Wednesday, we got to do 3 milestone celebrations with our clients in a row. What a busy day, but what a really cool day. And one of our clients came in and said, I don't feel like I've had a lot of wins and successes this year. And as we started going through the list of wins and successes and asking follow-up questions, all of a sudden, the longer he talked, the more like I could see him light up, like he was smiling, his eyes were getting bright. And at the end, he said, oh my gosh, I've really done a lot. And this is it. We lose sight in the day-to-day when we're dealing with a struggle. Maybe it's a difficult client challenge. We lose sight of all the big things that we're working on moving forward in our business and in our lives that really matter the most. And that's what this vision that we help you create is all about, is what matters most.
Exactly. And that's why we open every coaching session with what are we celebrating with you today? Because we aren't thinking about our wins, whether they're small or big. Nobody is, in most cases, patting you on the back, business owner, hey, you're doing a great job. We don't get that. We don't have those moments where people show up and say, well, how might I support you? So that's why it's so vital that we focus on the support and the celebrations. And the reason why 94% of our clients are achieving the promised result that we say when you join us, whether it's one-to-one coaching or group coaching, here's our result. You're going to make more money and you're going to have more time off work. The reason why 94% of our clients achieve these results is because we're dedicated to tracking them. So we begin with your vision, we begin with your action plan, and your action plan is going back to that vision. And I lay it all out and I say, okay, here's exactly what you need to follow. Put these in your 10K power hour blocks. So if you follow this simple step-by-step strategy in a year, you can take a month off from work.
Yeah.
Like, what would that feel like if 1 year from today, you could take a month off? And this benefits not only you as a business owner, but it benefits your business because it allows you to see the gaps and correct them. And that's, we've already paved the way for you to take the time off. So we're working on the business foundations, the systems, everything that you need in your delivery of services to get you there. But when you take this vacation, something magical happens. And I want to speak from the team member side, and then you can speak from the owner side, Dr. Sabrina. So I love it when you're out because it gives me time to innovate. And it gives me time to get kind of outside of the day-to-day and say, okay, well, Dr. Sabrina's not here. What can I play with?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then when you come back, I've always created this new thing or simplified something, which is a lot better. But it's that moment for both of us to take a breath.
Yes.
And say, okay, where are we right now? What do we need to work on? And what is this one thing I've been wanting to do for myself? And now that the business owner's away, I can play.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's fun.
Yes. Yes. And I love being away, obviously, because I get to go do fun stuff. But I also know when I come back, I'm going to be pleasantly surprised with what has evolved on the team and what innovations and what new strategies has the team come up with. Um, and it's almost like the team responds to me taking myself out of the equation, and more of each individual team member shows up, but they do it together as a team as they're showing up. And that's, that saying, the whole is always greater than the sum of the parts. That's the beauty of this.
It is. And you give us a lot, I mean, almost complete autonomy. And I love that. I thrive in that kind of environment. And I think all of our team does. But there's just this moment where we can say, okay, well, I'm going to try this. Or I don't have maybe this extra meeting with the business owner. So that frees up an hour. Or if you're taking a 4-week vacation, maybe it frees up 4 hours of your time and it gives me time to work on things. But it also allows me to improve myself. So if there's any gaps while you're out and I'm questioning, okay, I need to handle this situation. How would Dr. Sabrina do it? We've grown to the point that I can say, okay, well, how would Melissa do it? And then Dr. Sabrina can come back and say, okay, here are the great things about this, and here's what I may have done. But it gives me an opportunity to shine.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when you're really designing a business that supports your life vision. And we do that as a team. So, just speak to having that vision and incorporating your team members into it, Dr. Sabrina.
So I like to think about the experience I want my team to have working at Tap the Potential. So a lot of business owners want to create a great place to work. Well, I want to think deeper about what is a great place to work? What does that really mean? And what I have come to see is how much people respond to a safe, supported environment. There's so much going on in our world right now where people don't feel safe and don't feel supported. People feel like they're going to be attacked, judged, blamed, and you don't know where it's going to come from or which direction. And so that a lot of people are living in survival mode, fight or flight. And I have, over the years at Tap the Potential, as I've continually made efforts to create a safe, supported environment and make it a judgment-free zone where, we love all the people. And when things go astray in the business, something doesn't go right, we look at not the person, not who are we going to blame, but what's going on with the system and how can a system be improved to prevent whatever issue or problem arose. And that creates a space where no one is afraid to acknowledge a mistake because they know they're not going to be beaten up mentally for it. It's going to be treated as a learning opportunity. And okay, what are we going to do to prevent this in the future? What system needs to be improved? What are you specifically going to do on your end? And so accountability is had. And I think about so many A players out there in the world who genuinely want to do a good job, but they are working in an environment that's not well led. And they end up cleaning up other people's mistakes. And they also learn, they see other people make mistakes and, what happens to them, like the verbal abuse and, threat of losing a job and all the things. And they start shutting down and they stop bringing their creativity. So I've really been intentional with creating an experience where people feel safe to bring their ideas in and know that their ideas will be valued and appreciated, and thought leadership is rewarded at Tap the Potential in many different ways, many intangible ways. And so all of that, when I started, creating a vision, I didn't have all of that in my head. I had safe, supported environment. that was it. And I've paid attention, though, over the years as that has played out in the business and what does that really look like. So now I'm at a place where I can articulate it even more deeply. And I would encourage you to take what I've just shared and use it as a thinking prompt for yourself about the type of work environment that best supports you and recognize it's not just for you. If it works for you, it's going to work for your team members too.
100%. So every week we have a huddle at Tap the Potential every Monday, and it's like our favorite time of the week. You don't have to be there, Dr. Sabrina. So business owners don't need to be there, but we always have, for building connection with one another, a powerful question. And our powerful question this week was, what is one goal that you would like to achieve this week? And what level of support or accountability do you need? And Heather, your executive assistant, leads these team huddles. It was so powerful, and I felt so supported. And it was just a reminder, as you build your vision for your business, encourage your team members to build their vision as well. And go back to that. And whether you're having team meetings biweekly or monthly, quarterly, annual, doesn't matter. Go back into your team and see how they're progressing. When you get buy-in from your team by supporting them through their vision, then you are building a culture where everyone is going to show up, have each other's backs, and work hard to get the business at the place where the business owner can step away, the team members can step away, whether that's for a vacation or maybe it's to pick your children up from school at 2:00. There's always opportunities when you're working together and you're working towards the same goals.
Absolutely. That's where the creativity and the problem solving really comes through, is when there's a shared vision and team members are making one another aware of, here's what matters to me. And then we can all come together and support and make those things happen.
Yeah. Yeah. I know this all sounds great. And if you're tuning in and you're thinking, oh, I'm so far from this, like, I don't even understand how this is attainable, I want to give you hope. And you don't have to do it alone. We have a step-by-step framework that we follow, and that's within our Better Business, Better Life group coaching program. We will take you through our proven process. And again, 94% of our clients are achieving the promised result of making more money and taking more time off. We track that diligently every single week with our clients. And we're always looking at what can make this simple, effective, and the most impactful for our clients. So we are dedicated to your success. So if you want that support and you want to just stop doing this alone, and if you want a business that really honors your life vision and your team members' lives, we will walk you through that. So if you want to learn more about our group coaching or our one-to-one coaching with me, I only have one spot available. Hop over to our website, tapthepotential.com, and book a call. Caitlin will talk you through it, and we will determine your needs and see if we are the right fit for you. So, Dr. Sabrina, I want to leave our listeners with one powerful question. And then feel free to chime in after I pose this. And the question is, if your business honored your life vision, what's possible?
That's a powerful question. I'm not going to answer that. I want to leave that with our listeners for everyone to come up with your own answer that's right for you. That's an incredible question. Thank you, Melissa.
Absolutely. So I'm going to just offer an invitation here. Shoot me an email. My email address is melissa@tapthepotential.com, and answer the question, if your business honored your life vision, what's possible? I would love to chat with you. Thank you all for tuning in today. We will see you next time on the Profit by Design podcast.
Bye for now.